On the bustling streets of a sprawling city, there lived a beggar named Anil. Day after day, he sat on the same worn patch of pavement near the grand steps of a temple, his tattered shawl wrapped tightly around his thin shoulders. His life seemed trapped in a cycle of hunger and despair, eyes cast downward as the world hurried past him, indifferent and unseeing. For years, Anil believed that his fate was sealed. He blamed his circumstances, the cruelty of fortune, and the harshness of others. He saw himself as invisible, powerless, a victim of a world that had given him nothing. Coins clinked into his tin cup from time to time, but rarely enough to buy more than a stale loaf of bread or a cup of watered-down tea. Each day felt just like the last, and hope was a distant, forgotten dream. One crisp morning, as the city stirred awake, Anil noticed an old man approaching. The man's clothes were simple, but his eyes sparkled with warmth and kindness. He knelt beside Anil, and instead of dropping a coin, he offered him a smile. "Why do you sit here every day?" the old man asked gently. Anil shrugged. "I have nowhere else to go. This is my life. I am a beggar." The old man nodded thoughtfully. "What if you saw things differently? What if you believed that you could be more than this?" Anil scoffed. "What difference would it make? I have nothing." The old man placed a firm, reassuring hand on Anil's shoulder and said something that echoed in his mind long after the stranger walked away. "Change your mindset, and your life will begin to change." For hours, Anil pondered these words. They felt almost absurd. How could a simple thought alter reality? Yet as days passed, the idea took root in his heart. He started to observe the world around him more closely. He noticed the laughter of children, the hustle of vendors, the way the sunlight painted golden patterns on the temple steps. For the first time in years, he allowed himself to wonder, what if my life could be different? Instead of waiting passively, Anil began to greet people with a smile. He offered blessings to those who passed by, wishing them well. Some were surprised, others suspicious, but a few paused to talk. One day, a shopkeeper named Suresh stopped and offered him a cup of hot tea. "You have a kind heart," Suresh said. "Why don't you help me sweep my shop in the mornings? I can give you breakfast." Anil was hesitant, but he accepted. The next day, he swept the shop, wiping away dust and doubt. He realized he was capable of more than he thought. With each small task, his confidence grew. Suresh taught him to carry goods, to count change, to greet customers. Days became weeks.